The early experimental psychologists. Experimental psychology refers to the work done by those who apply experimental methods to the study of behavior and processes that underlie it. Experimental psychologists employ human participants and animal subjects to study a great many topics, including, among others, sensation and perception, memory, cognition, learning, motivation, emotion, developmental processes, social psychology, and the neural substrates of all of this. One of the known experimental psychologists is Johann Friedrich Herbart. Herbart was born on May 4, 1776, at Oldenburg, Germany. Herbart is a German philosopher, psychologist, and educator. He is considered as one of the outstanding philosophers, the pioneer of empirical psychology, and founder of pedagogy as an academic discipline. Pedagogy is a method and practice of teaching, especially as an academic subject or theoretical concept. The other one is Ernst Heinrich Weber. Weber was born on June 24, 1795 at Wittenberg, Germany. Weber was a German physiologist and psychologist. He was regarded as a predecessor of experimental psychology and one of the founders of psychophysics, the branch of psychology that studies the relationship between physical stimuli and mental states, whose fundamental studies of the sense of touch introduced the concept that of the just noticeable difference, the smallest difference perceivable between two similar stimuli that is important to psychology and sensory physiology. Gustav Theodor Fechner. Fechner was born on April 19, 1801 in Poland. Fechner was a German experimental psychologist. He was early pioneer in experimental psychology and founder of psychophysics. He postulated that mind and body, though appearing to be separate entities, are actually different sides of one reality. He also developed experimental procedures, still useful in experimental psychology, for measuring sensations in relation to the physical magnitude of stimuli. Fechner influenced many prominent psychologists. One is Wilhelm Wundt. Wilhelm Wundt opened the Institute for Experimental Psychology at the University of Leipzig in Germany in 1879. This was the first laboratory dedicated to the psychology, and its opening is usually thought of as the beginning of modern psychology. Indeed, Wundt is often regarded as the father of psychology. Wundt was important because he separated psychology from philosophy by analyzing the workings of the mind in a more structured way, with emphasis being on objective measurement and control. This laboratory became a focus for those with a serious interest in psychology, first for German philosophers and psychology students, then for American and British students as well. All subsequent psychological laboratories were closely modeled in their early years on the Wundt model. The other one is Edward Titchener. Titchener was born on January 11, 1867 in England. Titchener is the founder and head of the structural school of psychology as structuralism that described the elemental structures of consciousness based on introspection. Titchener developed his own version of Wundt's psychology. He stated that the main task of psychology